We are going to talk about lesson planning if you're a teacher, how to do it in a way where it's organized, it's efficient, and not so time consuming for you. That way you prevent burnout and be happier in your job. If you are new to this YouTube channel, the Efficiency and Organization YouTube channel, my name is Ruzanna Hernandez. I am a former classroom teacher and I have been in education for 14 years. I am currently serving as a public school administrator and I am a content creator, which is what you're seeing here. I have this YouTube channel and I have my website that's also called efficiencyandorganization.com. So I am trying to put together a community of awesome people who want to learn more on how to be more efficient in every aspect of life, how to be more productive, how to get a lot more done, more achieved, to live a really well fulfilled life in your personal life, professional life. So if that sounds good to you, if you want to get ideas, share ideas, that's going to help you, then you want to subscribe to this channel. You want to hit the notification bell and you want to like the video before you go. I would also suggest that you, when you visit the website, and I'll have the link down in the description box, to subscribe there. Okay, let's get into the video. Here's how I describe teaching that a lot of people don't understand. People who are not teachers don't understand this. I had a friend one time say to me, well, don't you just go up there and then you just get a book and you teach the class? In her mind, and she was a nurse, in her mind, teaching is you just go up there, you stand in front of a class and the kids are all behaving and they're just kind of there looking at you, and you have a book out and then you're just talking and talking and they're listening to you and they're somehow learning. They don't understand. This is the best way I explain it to them. I go, imagine you're throwing a birthday party for your kid. You plan at least a week in advance, at least. You have to invite people. You have to make sure you have your gifts ready, your decorations ready, the food, the drinks, the entertainment. There's a lot that goes into it. So I go, imagine doing that. And also when the people arrive to the party, you have to be on, right? You can't just sit there with your feet up. You're on, trying to make sure everybody's having a good time and things are going as planned. That's kind of how teaching is. You have to plan for it, your lessons for each day. You have to entertain. You have to be on the entire time, right? So there's so much that goes into teaching, and this is the problem, that's why we get burnt out so often. That's why we need the 2 months off in the summer to recuperate, because it is really hard. So when I was a teacher, I was okay, what can I do? What's the most time consuming part of the job, other than, of course, being in the classroom teaching? Well, it was the lesson planning. So I was okay, what can I do to make it as efficient as possible so that I'm not spending my entire weekend lesson planning? Because here's the truth. The more you plan your lessons, the better they'll be, the more the kids will learn, and the better they'll behave, right? That's the truth. That's what I have found in my experience, and I'm standing behind it 100%. I decided that the best way for me to save time was to have a lesson plan structure that I used each time. Each lesson plan had the warm-ups, because I was a math teacher, so I had some warm-ups, something to get them going as soon as they came in the class. I had my introduction, what we were going to do that day. I had my direct instruction and my checking for understanding. So I had a structure, and I have that. You can download that. I have it. I'll put the link in the description box. So that was okay, this is what I'm going to make sure each lesson has, unless it's a test day, right? That's different. After having that, I decided to save each one by date. I put them on a PowerPoint, because that way I could put it up and I could use it as a guide to teach. But I wanted to make sure that the slides were in that format, that I had a slide for each of those things, those components that I'm telling you. Then I said, okay, I'm going to save them by date, because let's say the year for me starts August 1st. The following year, it's probably going to be August 2nd or something, right? But it's going to be right there. School years usually start at the same time. And let's face it, the curriculum doesn't change that much. The curriculum's the curriculum. If there is going to be a change, it's okay. I'll tweak things around, but I will save them because I'm not going to recreate things year after year after year. Doing that is extremely time consuming and it's going to burn me out. So yes, the first year was hard. The second year got better. Third year got even better. Fourth year was awesome. Fifth year was awesome. Sixth year was awesome until I became a public school administrator. So that's my biggest suggestion for you is when you're lesson planning, keep it as organized as possible. If you're not doing it on a computer, you're writing them down, it's going to be a little more time consuming, but that's okay. At least save them by date. So that way, you know, same time next year, you're doing this, same time next year, you're doing that. When we met in our PLCs, in our groups, yes, we did make changes. We said, okay, we're not going to teach system of equations in October. We're going to teach them in December, right? Okay, but I had them by date and by title, like what I was doing those days. So I can just go grab that PowerPoint and bring it here. Yes, there are tweaks that we have to do, but at least they were saved and they were easy to retrieve. And this is good advice for anything else you do in your professional life, in your personal life. If you have things you could save and easily find, that's the essence of efficiency and organization. That's what you're looking for. So that way you're not recreating things. It's almost like it's a system, and that's going to help you live so much better and accomplish and achieve so much more. So if you like what you're hearing, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Please go on the website because I have a certain focus area that's specific for educators. You'll get a lot of help and resources there too. And I'm planning on doing a couple of videos and articles specifically focusing on engagement, checking for understanding. So those are going to be coming up soon. I also want to do one on grading because grading was also taking a tremendous amount of time from me when I was a teacher. And I was like, okay, what can I do to make this more, where it's not so time consuming? And I came up with a couple things, so I'll share those in a future video as well. I appreciate you being with me, and I will catch you in the next one.